feel like the progress to this point?
Yeah, 7 practices in, I feel like we're getting better. We're creating some depth in there. I think we're creating some competition in there, and that's always a good thing. People tend to play a little bit better when they're pushed by somebody, and I think that's the case. So, but as always, there's plenty of things that we have to get a lot better at. So that's hopefully what the second half of this spring's all about, going into the summer.
You were able to play a lot of those guys last season and build that depth that you always look for. Have you seen some of those guys that got their first taste last year build on it?
Yeah, I think the game's slowing down for some of those guys. Drake is seeing a lot of things, really well. Of course, Stenberg and Landon have both now been in it for 2 years. Drake and Bunchy and George have had some, snaps under their belt. But now I'm seeing it kind of in guys like Mason Wolf. I think he's made a lot of progress this spring. Luke Fortner. After getting some, minimal game reps last year, but he's made a lot of progress this spring. And then the young guys are coming along. So, the main thing is, they can't see too many looks. I mean, the more snaps, the better. That way, when it happens on Saturday, it may be something that we've seen in the past. Some of those young guys, when they don't have a lot of snaps under their belt, that's the first time they might see a particular blitz or stun or what have you, being in that situation. So the more they get now, just build reps into them and get them ready for the fall.
Grant talked about seeing the good, bad, and ugly so far this spring. Is that an accurate representation of what you've seen?
Sure it is. I mean, there's, in every game and in every practice, there's going to be a little bit of each one of those things. You just hope to eliminate the ugly, push the bad up to the good, and hopefully get better. But I mean, I think that's absolutely a good, accurate description of how it's been so far. And I do feel like today and the last couple of practices we've made progress and eliminated some of those mistakes. We're not seeing the MAs, and that's a good thing. I mean, when guys just bust assignments, you don't even have a chance. If you get beat on technique, or the guy just has a good pass rush move or something like that, that's a different deal altogether. When you turn them free, that's not good. So we're eliminating those mistakes, and hopefully that just continues to get less and less.
What are a couple of the spots that are most important to build more depth?
Tackles always are, is a position where you need to build depth. I mean, there's just not a lot of those, guys that are really athletic, that are 6'6", walking the face of the earth, 300 pounds. I mean, so the more depth you can build out there on the edge, and I feel like, we're doing that, with the guys that have played that we've already discussed, and then, with guys like EJ and Austin Dotson, younger guys that are getting better. I think every day out there, I think we're building some depth out there, so that's good to see.